Here's the other part of it. Now we're going to refill the coolant, and you could use Prestone, and I've used it in the past with decent results, but I decided, since I really love this car, I'm going to buy that expensive coolant from Nissan. I think it costs like 24 bucks per jug, and you can see it says do not add water. So that's what we're going to do. For the M56 and M37, I suppose, there are a few things to watch out for. Well, first off, make sure all your clamps are fully secured. I opened my radiator cap because this is where I'm going to fill it from. Then you're going to come here. Remember this plug that was leaking some time back? Yeah, let's open that. If I can get this screwdriver there. I think that's opening. Yeah, there you go. It's unscrewing. All right. This is one part of it. I did not lose any coolant, which means to me that the radiator is not full yet. Oh, great. I lost my flash because my battery is low. So there you go. There's the first point. That's a radiator relief. And then you're going to come back here. Remember this plug that I showed you here when I was purging? Where is it? There's a screwdriver. There you go. There's this plug over here. When I was purging it, be careful. This thing is plastic. So right now I already loosened it, so I know it's easy to loosen. But if you put all your force in tightening or loosening it, if you put all your force in tightening or loosening this plug, you might break it. And as I said, it is plastic, so be careful with it. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what I was trying to show. Okay. It is a plastic housing, so just be careful. If you put too much force while turning it, it might shear right here or here. All right, so just be careful with that. But now that we have that, let's pour coolant in there. Said you don't do this job so often, so why not pay good money to get the coolant from Nissan, right? What I'm gonna do. So the three things we're watching out for. One is here, as we'll pour it in. Two is here. When this one starts dripping, then we're going to plug it back. Then we're going to fill, well, not fill it, but take it to max level. This is min, this is max. And then three, we're going to keep watching that one. Pour it in here till that one overflows. Right now, it's not going to be so bad, but it might be a little tricky because the car is sitting at an angle, slight angle for the driveway, but the principle is still the same. So let's go ahead and do this. You're supposed to pour it pretty slowly. And now I'm thinking, where the hell is my funnel? Oh, there you go. I knew I had a funnel. It's not one of those fancy, air bleeder funnels, but it's going to work well enough for what I'm trying to do, which is just pour water in there. Pour coolant in there, sorry. Listen out, just listen to it. Watch for leaks where they're not supposed to be any. And by the way, there's a certain rate you're supposed to be filling it at. I can't remember. All I know is that I go pretty slowly. And as I said, the first leak you're supposed to see is going to be here when the radiator gets to level. So just keep an eye on it. I don't know how much it's going to take either. Oh, and the other thing is that the heater core is also empty. So I kind of knew that's why I bought 2 jugs. But typically, a normal flush and fill for a radiator, you usually only use about a gallon. So it's not leaking yet. Boy, it is tough doing these things with one hand. Oh, there you go. It's not trickling. So I'll just pretty much let it trickle till it... Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to plug it, or at least just place it there. Don't want to lose all the good coolant that I bought. So that stuff's expensive. So let's put this back in there. Plug it up. Sort of. You're supposed to use a new seal, by the way, but no, I'm not doing that. It's fairly new. Okay, so there's part one. This one, then let's put a cap on it. Or rather, let's open this one here. Let's open the reservoir. Take the reservoir to the max level. I think it's a decent place to start. And then it's supposed to pretty much drink up water, coolant from the reservoir. If it gets to it, the reservoir has a baffle, so it's going to take a little while to get to the bottom there. You see how weird it looks pouring in? Yeah, because of the baffle. If it's just a little more than max, I mean, I'm not going to freak out. As I said, this thing is sitting on a slant. The driveway has a little bit of an angle. My goodness, how is it going? Whoa, nice catch. There's always a little bit of sacrifice, you know. Oh, nice, perfect. It is right at the max level, so I'm gonna call this good and put this one back in here. Put the reservoir cap back on. But first, I'm gonna try to at least wipe it clean. All right, so then here. And now we're going to keep pouring, keeping an eye on that one there. Oh, well, this one died. Great. Okay. No flash, and my flashlight died, but I already told you what I'm doing, so again, just keep an eye on it. Again, that's what I'm doing, just pouring it in pretty slowly. Has it started trickling? No, not yet. Let's keep going. You should see it come up. There you go, that's a better view. There you go. So right now, I could end the video. Pretty much what you're trying to do. Now you'll put it back on there. I don't know the torque value, but read the manual. And you should be ready to cap it here, because here, this one should be right at the neck as well. And it pretty much is. You can touch it. Right, so it's not at a bad level, but what I'm going to do is give it a little more time, just so that air can work itself out, and maybe I'll push it into the garage for more level ground, and then yeah, I think my battery's dead now. Yeah, I can barely see, so I'm going to push it into the garage and probably do the same thing, but for now that's enough for what I'm trying to show in the video.